And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Now, today it's day 2 of Decon. We just had the first comic book drop of this morning. I was able to snag a comic, so that's always good. The comic books are always just a good way. The blind box is just a good way to add something to your collection, maybe flip to get more gems. And then we had the first drop of Decon. Was not able to snag the Shut Up and Draw, the pencil drop. That's going to be a good one. There's only 888 editions. So if you guys got that, congrats. That's going to be a nice one. I was not able to grab that one, though. So now we're on to some pretty good artwork. I like these. I'm going to go for the ones that are called Just Us. I'm not going to go for the cat one. They're dropping at the same time. Now, this one is $45. There's 1,266 editions. And then that's just a rare, I believe. And then we have the ultra rare 666 editions. This is the black and white version. I think if you're able to get both of these, I think they're going to look amazing in the showroom. Shout out to Colton Road. He just joined the stream. What's going on? I am super hyped right now because all night last night, I was flipping my way in the market, flipped a whole bunch of duplicate collectibles into 2 vaults. So I've been just going crazy right now. Kind of can't believe it. How we doing, everyone? How we doing? Shout out to you guys joining the stream. Let me tweet this out real quick. I'm just going to post this on my Instagram. We got about 30 minutes to drop. Shout out to everybody tuning in, joining in. I've been just so hyped lately. I mean, I'll tell you what I did. I mean, I sold a ton of duplicates. I hate selling any of my collection, but, since I had all these golden moments, I was able to pick up Homer and Bart for 200 and 170, pretty cheap. So, I capitalized on the moment when they were all pretty cheap before they kind of exploded. And so because of that, I really felt like I had to have Walt in that collection. And I was selling off duplicates, FA Jokers, some of my babies, FA Harley Quinns. I had to let go of some of them. But I was blessed because I had 7 Harley Quinns, so I can't keep the duplicates forever. And so I made the decision to, sell them off. It was just so tough because I know they're going to be really valuable, probably over $1,000 at some point, I believe. Both of them, the Harley Quinn FA and the Joker FA. Sold my duplicate Ritmo. Now, that one, I got my duplicate for $700, so I didn't mind selling it. And I don't have any songs talking about. I have 2. I had a song called I got NFTs with It's Wonderful. I talked about how I wanted 2 of them. So I wasn't emotionally attached to that one. But I did let go of my Da Vinci Pride. Now, I have another one, so I wasn't too worried about that. I sold it at 4K. And I bought my duplicate Pride at 700. So from 700 all the way to 4K, it was a pretty solid flip. I bought the Walt at 2.9K. And then with all the other flipping I did, I had extra gems. I was able to get a second Walt at 3.4K. So I feel like I really took a gamble last night selling some big duplicates. It's the first time where I really sold some big collectibles. And I think long term it's going to be massive because when I really did the research and I really took some time to think about it, Disney is like a $200 billion company. And Givenchy is luxury and class, but it's a $200 million company. So when I thought about the difference there, I thought Walt Disney, a $200 billion company, and what this week really meant compared to a $200 million company. And so I was like, you know what? It's not like I'm getting rid of all my Givenchys. I still have one, and it's a lower mint. I got rid of my 1600 mint, kept my 1000 mint, and now I have 2 Walts. So, oh my gosh, I'm just so ecstatic. I've been just so. It doesn't feel real. So shout out to everybody joining. Yeah, Brendan's going crazy right now. This one's clean. I think a lot of these, the artwork dropping. I think it's tomorrow too. The Wanderers. I love that collection. What did you get, Walt? What did you get, Walt, at? So my first Walt was at 2.9K, and then I bought the other one. It was running up. It was running up big time. It was at 3K, 3.1, and I couldn't sell my other Da Vinci in time. And I was like, oh my gosh, come on. So I sold it just in time, bought it at 3.4K. Then it went up to like 3.6, went to bed for a few hours. Woke up and it was like at 4.5, 4.6, and I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, this is Walt Disney. There's going to be plenty of other amazing Disney NFTs, but this is just something that's going to be like a holy grail. I think Walt Disney is the Rizzo of Disney's. And then I think Homer and Bart is the Todd of Disney. Now I say that because it's a little bit different, because I think, you know, Elsa's going to go crazy. I think, you know, Mickey's hat is going to go crazy. I think Star Wars is going to go crazy. There's so many good pieces inside this whole entire collection. But at the end of the day, it's like Todd, you know, there's other collectibles, like Becky has lesser mints, right? Fewer mints. Even Joe M has fewer mints. But to have the first collectible ever on the VeVe app means a lot. So I think to have the first NFT that Disney released, Homer and Bart are going to go crazy too. Yo, how do you do in the first 2 drops today? So I got a common comic book in the first drop, and then I struck out. I was at the gas station when I was trying to do the other drop, and it just did not go well at all. As soon as I clicked it, I got the heavy load error again. Nick Gomi, first time here. Hey, what's going on, Nick Gomi? How we doing? How we doing? Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Is this your first time in VeVe too, or just first time joining the stream? If this is your first time on VeVe, welcome to the fam. Yeah, man. I've been hyped. I got my polo red on, only just because all my VeVe shirts are in the wash right now. I have 2 more that I could have wore, but I'm saving those 2. I may even give one out on a giveaway one time. When I touch 10K followers on Twitter, I think I'm going to give away one of my VeVe shirts that I got. So if you guys want a chance, you know, follow me on Twitter, Johnny Dunn 777. I can't believe it. I think I'm at 8K right now. I mean, I just hit 2K on YouTube. So I think I'm trying to do a YouTube giveaway too. Someone just contacted me about, you know, doing some kind of giveaway, sort of like how VeVe Vault does it. Shout out to VeVe Vault because he's doing huge giveaways. So, you know, shout out to VeVe Vault, man, for doing those giveaways, and everyone else who's giving away to the community. I know there's a bunch of people who've given away to the community. So shout out to everybody else too. I just know him with the big old giveaways, and someone else contacted me. They wanted to donate a collectible for the giveaway. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Got Reslone in the building. How we doing? How we doing? You are a champion. Thanks, Nine. Thanks. I can't believe it doesn't feel real. Like every time I think about it, like I made my showroom. I have an all gold showroom right now. I made my duplicate Homer, my floor. And at one point I had my 3rd Homer up at the ceiling, but I had to sell my 3rd Homer. I mean, I was like, you know what? In order to get this second wall, I had to do it. So I had to sell my 3rd Homer, but I mean, that's okay. I still have 2 Homers. I have 2 wallets and every other Disney. Like, I'm not worried about that. But so now I'm going to make my duplicate wall at the ceiling with the Homer at the bottom. Oh my gosh. Like when I make this showroom, it's already made, but like when I'm in it, it is so addicting. I can't stop looking around in the showroom because the way the lights hit the gold reflection and everything, I think this Disney set's going to go crazy. It's unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't have the gems at the time. And I was trying to get in there and scoop them up big time because, I mean, you got to think about it. If someone lands a walt, right, on the drop 333, I mean, new people who get that, they may flip it for like a 2x, 3x. But this is going to be iconic. This is one of those holy grails where I told you guys, you know, I was so in the moment. I almost sold my Jim Pride on the stream. You know, I listed a few times, then I delisted a few times. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. But when I thought about it, you know, I did some deep thinking, and I sold so many collectibles, duplicate. I sold all my duplicate Cryptkins, almost all my duplicate Unicornos, which I hated doing because I think the Unicornos season 1 is going to go crazy. Like I haven't added gems. I haven't bought gems with my credit card or anything in the last couple months. I've done all flipping, and oh man, it burns me. It hates to do it, but that's the reason why I got those collectibles in the beginning, because I knew, you know, I came in with not a lot of money at all, so I don't have the money just to keep putting in. I'm already tapped out, so I knew there was going to come a point to where I had to just reinvest these duplicates, and you know, it's that time almost. I'll show you guys on the stream. I'm just so happy about it. I'm going to mute the sound because there may or may not be an unreleased song that's attached to it. I hope it kind of zooms in and focuses. Oh man, I love it. There he is. And for some reason, other people who have all the sets are having the same problem. We can't add every collectible. It crashes the showroom. So I think that something's going to be animated with this. No matter what, say if there's 10 collectibles, I forget how many there are total, but it only lets you add 8 of them. It won't let you. So I'm missing the Wally in here and the Wally and the pizza truck. I just wasn't able to add the and the Avengers sign. I don't have in here. But oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. The floor gold, oh my god, I can't believe it. So I had to flip my way into them. So that's why I feel like duplicates are so important. I love first appearance Joker. I think that's going to be over $1,000 one day. I think, first appearance Harley Quinn, that's going to go crazy. But I still have 2 of them at least. I still have 2 of each. So, but it just kills me because I had 7 at one point. But also I had 7 pods too at retail. So now I'm down to 3. Obviously, I don't have all of them anymore. But that's why I always say duplicates. Anything cheap, if you can get duplicates of and just hold, it's not financial advice. This is what I just did. I got things that were cheap, retail or around retail, maybe a little bit above it, just give or take, but enough to where I was able to afford duplicates, maybe 2 to 5, duplicates. And then you're able to flip those if you're like, just wait 3 months. I waited 3 months, 3 to 6 months. They appreciate to a few $100, and now you have, 7 or maybe 3, 2 to 7 items that you just bought at retail maybe for like $50, and now they're $400, and so that pays huge dividends down the line. Willow in the house, how we doing? And so I listed my Dragon Girl on the stream. Yeah, I was freaking out on this stream. I kept hearing you say like Walter 100K, and I was like, oh man, stop saying that. It was so funny. But so yeah, I had I'm so happy I didn't sell my Dragon Girl though. I was freaking out to which collectibles I saw. I had my Tide listed at one point. I delisted my Tide. I was freaking out. It was the first time to where I really felt like flustered. I really felt like, oh man, I had to rush to get this. And yeah, it was interesting to say the least. But I'm so happy I did not sell my Gold Dragon Girl. So happy I didn't sell my duplicate, because that's the only season 1, collectible from an artist. So I think, when all these artists go interoperable and people want the first, there's just something about and I was okay to sell it at first because I was like, I have a duplicate. Same thing with the Da Vinci. I didn't want to sell it, but then I thought about it. I have duplicates, so I was okay with it. It's just the gold. I want a showroom that looks magnificent. So I'm so happy I kept that duplicate 2 golden Dragon Girls. And then Da Vinci, I'm okay with letting go. I know that's going to probably increase in price over time. Same with everything on the app, right? But I think selling the 1 Da Vinci to have 2 wallets is going to be just, there's like levels to it, right? Like having good problems to have 2 Da Vinci's, 1 wallet, or 2 wallets and 1 Da Vinci, right? And I just thought about it, Givenchy is a $200 million company. Walt Disney is a $200 billion company. Like, I know, that kills me. Absolutely kills me. The posters are cool, but if you're out, if you don't have many gems, right, you only have a little bit of gems, I would probably try to save your gems if it was me, and just try to hit on one of the drops. If you like, as opposed to buying the posters in the marketplace right now. I mean, down the road, if they're still cheap enough in the market, I think it's a good buy, because I think Decon exclusives has a little bit more weight. I think these artists will probably be all interoperable. And I think the art looks amazing itself too. So it's not like you're gonna get left with something pretty crappy. I mean, I think they look all amazing, so it's not like you're gonna get left with something bad. These posters, I'm gonna go for this set right here. I actually thought, I looked at the comments and the likes. I was like, I'm gonna go for the one that has the least amount of comments and likes. I thought it was gonna be the one with the cat, but the one with the cat actually has more comments on it. At the time I looked, and maybe slightly different right now. Let me check. Yeah, still. So I'm gonna go with the one that has least, which I thought would be opposite. I thought this is my favorite. I mean, the one without the cat. Even though the one with the cat has the LA hat, the Dodgers. So is that hinting that we have the MLB? Would they be able to use that if we didn't? Could that be the first MLB? Thinking about that, since I know it's just artwork, but still, I may go with the cat. Actually, thinking about that. I mean, I don't even know if it has to be, if it is technically the LA Dodgers. It could just be like, it could stand for something else. But I may change my mind and go for the hat because of that. Could you imagine if it just ends up being like a hint that we have the Dodgers and we have MLB license and this is the first MLB? Like, I would hate to miss it because I just went for the other one. I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to go for the LA hat one. Let me see what you guys think. Okay, Brendan's going for a kitty. Let's go. Okay, first time on the stream. Let's go. Okay, cool. You're an OG. Let's go. Another OG in the house. Let me know when you joined. Did you join before February? You might have joined in like March or, not March. You might have joined in like January or something like that. January, February. LA have fire though. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Disney Commons. See, I kept saying on stream, I think we're going to look back at that moment, and anybody who got one of those golden moments, one of them, it don't matter if it's Pixar, Wally, whatever, it's going to be over $1,000. It may start out with over $500, but I think everything will be over $1,000 at some point. I mean, Disney money is different. Disney is different. Like, there's a couple $100 million companies out there that are big time, and then there's Disney who owns everything, and it's a $200 billion company. Like, think of how big a $1 billion company is, right? To go from 200 million Givenchy, $200 million company Givenchy to $1 billion company, and then $100 billion company, and then $200 billion company, and that's Disney. So I feel like there's just levels to it. When I thought about it like that, I was like, now see, I like the Dodgers, man. I like the Dodgers a lot. Jersey, man. East Coast Jersey. Yep. Absolutely, man. I've been trying to, not buy Wawa coffee or anything like that. I've been just drinking the coffee in my house lately, but I was out at the store. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to get a coffee. I had some change on me. I said, you know what? I'll pay with some change, some quarters. Wow. See, a lot of people did that, actually. A lot of people said, I'm going to sell my Rizzo to get the Disney collection and hopefully be able to buy that Rizzo back later. Now, I couldn't do that. I know a lot of people did, and it might work out. I'm not saying not to do that because ROI-wise, it might. But me personally, I'm just so attached to anything I only have one of. So if I only have one of something, I'm not going to ever be able to sell it, which is it's not the best investment mindset. You don't want to get attached to things because, at the end of the day, it could hurt your investment emotions. But when I only have one of something, I'm attached, and I only have one Rizzo, so I couldn't sell it personally. We got 9 minutes and 30 seconds to drop. But I'm not saying that's a bad decision, though. We got Wes on the building. How are we doing? Yes, exactly. I'm behind on the chat, so right, you guys are probably exactly. Golf clap, exactly. Congrats, man. Congrats. So right now, Brendan, let's see. I kind of hurt my collection overall. Not collection. I mean my duplicates, my amount of collectibles. Right now, I have 453 collectibles total. 453 collectibles. That's including comics, and 329 collectibles. So I have probably like 130 comics, and then I have 329 collectibles, 52 sets. And shout out to all you guys, 2,400 followers. Woo! Man, I'm probably following like 5,000 people. It doesn't say how many people you're following though on VeVe. But thank you, man. Let's go. Yo, Brendan, shout out. When you see Randy and Tabs, tell him Johnny Dunn said, what's good? That's awesome, man. I'm missing out a great time. Hey, I'm missing out. I feel so bad. Are you American? Yeah, I am. I'm actually like half Jamaican though too. Like my dad was born and raised in Jamaica, actually, believe it or not. His whole family moved to the United States when he was about like 14, 15 years old. So I mean, they always say you can't really be Jamaican, but it's not like he just moved there and had me. Like his whole family was raised there forever. So I guess I'm half Jamaican, right? And then my mom was always born in the United States. Ooh, this is a tough one. Do you have any of the other golden moments, MBZ? I think if you have other golden moments and you don't have a Todd, I think that's the only way I would do it. If you already have a Todd McFarlane, and then I would say, I would probably hold. But if it was me and I didn't have a Todd, right? If I didn't have the first VeVe NFT, because I mean, in my opinion, I think VeVe is going to be on everybody's phone. It's going to be gigantic, right? I mean, it's over 1 million downloads, and we're just beginning. Wait till we have the entire Disney portfolio, everybody. Like, so if you don't have a Todd and you have multiple Disney moments, I think it would be wise for me. I would want a Todd, just to lock in that first ever VeVe NFT. But if you have a Todd already, then I think the Disney moments, you're going to want to hold big time. Yeah, absolutely. See, I just said this in one of my group chats, shout out to the Influencer League. I really said, this whole NFT space, we're going to meet people that we're friends with for our whole lives. Like, especially in the whole VeVe community, like, it's unbelievable. They came to my city. I need to go see them. Hey, that's awesome. I was freaking out. That's gonna be a funny stream. I'm gonna go back and watch that stream because that was the first time. Like I normally probably would have been like, all right, guys, I'm headed off. I got to make some moves, and I would have like done it. But I wanted to stay on stream in case I did get it or something like that. And I didn't mind showing you guys like, my thoughts going through because it is stressful. I mean, everybody has those situations to where. I mean, I get people all day. Yo, should I sell this for this, that for that? And I don't just BS them and say yes or no. Like I really take the time to put myself into their shoes and to really think about it because you have hard decisions to make. These aren't easy decisions. Like this is thousands of dollars. And for a lot of people, for a lot of whales, I mean, that's nothing, right? I mean, people can pick up 10 Da Vinci's like it's nothing. They got like 50K, 100K in gems. That's not me. I have like 400 gems right now, and that's like, let's go. So, yeah. Panic mode. I was in panic mode. I didn't know what to do. I think I've listed every single one of my big collectibles. I listed every single one of my big collectibles and delisted them. And I'm so happy. I mean, again, I have the secret rare all gold Dragon Girl. So I try to envision my showroom. And I could have put one gold, silver, one all gold one. It would have been fine. But, man. You're always hella calm though, man. I try to be, man. You know what? You know where that comes from? I think that's like the golfer in me. I came out the womb trying to play golf. Like I started playing golf when I was 2 years old. It was just natural. I was a natural golfer. I started winning golf. I was on Channel 6 News when I was 4 years old. I started winning all these golf tournaments, first place when I was 7, 8, 9, 10. And I quit golf for baseball when I was 11. So now I'm getting back into golf. I mean, baseball just never worked out. Never got an opportunity. But that had to happen because the college baseball, all that, the whole experience really lit a fire that never got put out. It really taught me how to work hard. It really taught me just to, what hard work can do when you just outwork the competition and believe in yourself and just sacrifice everything to have that tunnel vision. So I really needed that to transfer into life and everything else back into golf. And so I think golf is where I get that patience, that calmness from because, man, when there's everyone watching you and you got to make a 4-foot putt, you know how nerve-wracking that can be? Or like a 3-foot putt, or maybe you're 70 yards, right? Perfectly in the fairway. And there's all eyes on you and you have one opportunity. You could shank it, you could chunk it, and it goes 10 yards. I've been there. And it also comes with not being afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to fail. Like, when you got to have the confidence and you just got to trust yourself. And that's why I with golf and with everything else, the confidence for me always came from putting in the most work possible. It may be overworking. I've done that to where it can hurt yourself, But for me, that confidence comes from knowing that you put your all into it. Like for golf, I was practicing 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and at night before I found VeVe. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to the drop. And once I found VeVe, I didn't pick up golf club for the entire month of March. But that's how much I'm just all into things, you know. But so for golf, for me, that confidence comes from just putting in the work. And so I think the patience comes from golf, though, too. Let's go. Yeah, I could have done that. I absolutely could have done that. But see, I want to have 2 waltz though. I want to have 2 waltz, and I still have my 2 golden dragon girls, and I still got my 2 night wings. Oh man, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. 2 minutes left for the drop. Raina Kruger said, "I'm thinking of selling my gold rabbit for the Walt Disney or Disney Star Wars. What do you think? Which golden rabbit? Is that the golden lucky?" It's a tough one. I mean, shout out to Jermaine Rogers. I think he's an amazing artist. I think that Gold Lucky looks awesome. But I think Disney's just different. You know, this is a $200 billion brand. I think you should do that. If it was me and I had Lucky, it would be tough to part ways. Because I think that's going to go up too, especially interoperable. That could be 10, 15K. But I think, you know, having Walt Disney, and it's that argument, right? Would you rather have the collectible as 999 mints or editions? I mean, Walt's got 4,000, so it may seem like, you know, 4,000 people could really be that high of a market cap, etc. But then when you think of how big of a brand Disney is, this is Walt Disney. This is a $200 billion brand. Like, whoo! I really see this one just being big time. If it was me, I would do it. Are you talking about Lucky the Golden Rabbit? It'd be another tough decision. It'd be like me, you know, selling Da Vinci. Da Vinci is compared to Walt. Dang, really? Maybe that was a great decision. 45 seconds, y'all. See, I don't want to poop on Da Vinci because I still have one. I mean, I think Da Vinci's big, but I think there's just levels to it, right? If Da Vinci ends up being like 20, 50K, 100K, I think Walt could be, I think the Disney could be like crazy, crazy. We got 25 seconds, y'all. This is the one I'm going for. I'm going the one with the LA hat, the cat, little kitty cat. All right. It's going to sell out fast, y'all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, I might have. Nope, didn't get it. Wow, sold out. I missed it the first time again. I don't like these blind boxes. I mean, that was a smooth drop. That was probably the smoothest drop VeVe has had yet. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't think people are going to be mad about that one. I think that's just because there's probably, 2,000 editions and there's probably 150,000 people going for it right now. No, I didn't get it for one gem. No. Superman's going to be iconic, man. Superman is one of those sets to where, yeah, there's 8,888 editions, and people say, can it be valuable? Can it be this? And then you have to realize is how many people in the world know Superman? How many people in the world like Superman? How many people in the world are on Twitter and are going to want a verified first appearance Superman as their profile picture? More than 8,000 people? I have 8,000 Twitter followers. How many people in the world are going to want Superman? Like, think about that. So I think, this is just the very beginning. And so cat or woman. Sorry I was so late I'm so behind on the chats, guys. Sorry. Maybe I'll catch up. I just want to say hi to everyone. Well, we got some time because I'm going to stay on for the next drop. The next drop, I believe, is maybe I'll sign off because and start a new one. Because maybe we have some time. I think there might be a bigger gap for this one. Oh, wait, no, Tristan Eaton. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a whole 2 hours. Okay. Then maybe I'll sign off for an hour and come back. I'll come back on in like an hour and a half. But I want to get through the chat first. I want to Say what up to y'all. See how y'all living. See how y'all doing. See how everyone's feeling. We got Getsy in the house. How we doing? How we doing? Stay with the lady. Don't make it harder for the cat. Resloan, this is not your first time on the stream. Joining Marge. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. April, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, that's still pretty early though, for sure. It's gonna be tough. Maybe the one with the cat. It's gonna be depending on that LA hat. I think we do have Starbucks. We do have Starbucks. It's just that's a lot more expensive. I don't like going to Starbucks just because I'm not one to spend money on coffee like that. Like I'm not one to spend your $5-10 a day on coffee like that. I try not to do that. So I usually just drink the coffee at my house. But once in a while, if I'm at Wawa, I'll stop and get a coffee there. East Coast Beast. Oh, East Coast, Beast Coast, baby. I like the West Coast, man. I had one common comic today. I got to get myself to the West Coast, man. I got to get myself over to Cali, experience it. I feel like I'm a warm weather type person. And this Jersey snow, Jersey cold weather when it's coming up, I hate it. Would have been like crazy day, man. I'm a firm believer it's going to be Bart Simpson and Homer. But, it could not be. Maybe it's Star Wars. Maybe it's Mickey's hat. Maybe it's Elsa. Maybe it's that's what I'm thinking. It's one of those. But I think as time goes on, Todd McFarlane didn't start out 1.5K. Todd McFarlane started out as $300, $250 for the longest time. And that's why I think this is the Todd McFarlane, Homer and Bart, because it's not that expensive right now. There's more additions than, say, R2-D2. And so I think the other collectibles are more so like Becky and Joe M. And I think Homer and Bart is the Todd. And I think Walt is the Rizzo of Disney. That's how I see it. Because that's exactly like how the first set was, We got Kelvin in the building. How we doing? Exactly. Got to get the full bat. Elsa's going to be crazy. Nice. Audible, yeah, I'll add you. Let me know is it just Audible Collective? Is that the Audible Collective? All right, cool. Yeah, I just got you, brother. How we doing, brother? Audible Collective. The Audible C is your Twitter name. Let's go. A little shout out. Let's go. I'm doing good, man. I'm living life right now. I feel blessed. I still have to set up. It's crazy. I feel like everything's just unfolding perfectly right now. I can actually have what is it called? Super chats and everything now. I just haven't even set it up yet. Whew, life's moving fast, man. I feel blessed. I'm just gonna continue to put out that energy. Keep spreading the good energy because I feel like everybody on the stream, the luck's improving, and just keep it rolling. Brendan, you're funny, brother. I just saw your let's go. Yeah, the Star Wars set is going crazy. I mean, think of how much, Darth Vader is going to be expensive, Luke Skywalker, all these. But this is the first ever Star Wars. So this is going to be the, the holy grail. That's why they did it in gold. That's why this is part of Disney golden moments. Like I kept saying on the stream, this is going to be an iconic week. We're going to look back at this and say, you got a gold one, like you got one, like just to have one of these. I'm telling y'all, if you just have one, you're going to be in great shape, I think. Good luck. Yeah, Claire, how crazy has this week been? I've been losing so much sleep. I just can't wait to I think Monday, I just go to bed, not set my alarm, not think about a drop, not think about streaming, just have one night just sleeping. And especially because it's not even just like after the stream, after the drops. I've had to, and I'm sure you've probably had to too, right? At this point, because your collection's huge. Your collection might be bigger than mine, Claire, at this point. But I know for me, I've had to sell a bunch of collectibles, so it's a grind. Seeing what's what in the marketplace, going through what can I let go of, what can't I let go of. So I know it's a huge grind. It's a lifestyle. Guala. And then I did kind of panic. Yeah, I did panic. I would say I was panicking on which one to let go of. I almost sold my duplicate Ultra Rare Dragon Girl, and I'm so glad I didn't. How we doing, Wayne? How we doing, Wayne? Mickey hat is going to be iconic too. Mickey hat is going to be one of the most expensive ones too, I believe, because that's the first ever Mickey related NFT. This is tough. If you only have one Mickey hat, oof, buy a second Elsa. See, that one's too tough to try to time because you don't know which one's going to explode, Mickey or Elsa, Mickey hat or Elsa. So I would say you have a Mickey hat, you have an Elsa. R2D2 is going to be huge, but I would just wait, I think, Knight Rider. I don't know that. I mean, if it was me, it's not financial advice, so you can do what you want. But if it was me, I think I may just hold off. I think that's a good move. Wayne. I got two, man. I got two wallets. Oh, man. Don't feel real sometimes when I think about it. I did, man. I believe so too, Willow. I think so. I really believe it. You know, people just want to say it can't get that high because of the market cap, but then you got to realize, well, what's the market cap of Disney? Like, what is their value at? Like, how much are they valued at? And that's when people lose their head at because it's mind blowing, right? Most companies, if they're worth lots, maybe 100 million, 200 million, like Da Vinci. Well, think of how much 200 million is compared to 1 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion, and then 200 billion. There's levels. Like, this is unbelievable. And that's why also, just because the edition count doesn't mean anything. Look at Todd. Todd has 7,500 editions. That's going to be one of the most expensive collectibles on VeVe because of the significance of what it means. Nothing. Yeah, I struck out too. Let's go. It's wonderful. Let's go. We got Pineapple. Pineapple Gang. It's Wonderful is about to launch an album that's going to, shake up the whole NFT space, period. It's going to be one of the biggest. It is going to be the biggest NFT album in the world. And I say NFT album as in like an album all about NFTs, collectibles, the whole space, not just being sold as an NFT. Because we all know Tory Lanez, he sold 1 million, etc. But shout out to Tory, But let's go. Jackal got one. Let's go. That's big time, William. That's big time. I did. I got so lucky, man. Wow, 649. Is the market open? Oh no, you meant the edition number. Wow, congrats, Getsy. Congrats. That's amazing. That's gonna be a big one. That's huge right there. That's awesome. Yeah, let's go. You had a choice to go for either one this time. Maybe they should have. But again, I think it's just kind of like that exclusive gives it a little bit more value. And plus, it's always they can't meet everybody's needs because as soon as they release something like, Todd 7,000 editions, people said, "Oh, too many editions." The DeLorean, people said literally the DeLorean ruined the app at one point, and I was trying to just get them to see like have more foresight, think more long term. But then they release something too limited, and it's like, well, we want more editions. So they're trying to meet the needs of everybody and have a little bit of both. This is actually a good point. Back to the power nap. That's all VeVe. That's what VeVe requires. You know, constant power naps. I don't know how healthy that is, but this is a moment. This is a life-changing moment opportunity. Yeah, I didn't think VeVe market was gonna be up yet. I haven't seen that one yet. I want to know what the price is for that one. Let's go. Smash the like button for luck. Bless the chat, y'all. Bless the chat. I don't know. I was trying to think about that too, but sometimes we just end up thinking about it too much. Yeah. Todd is just like that historical piece. How we doing, Breezy? I actually got nothing today. The only thing I got was on the comic today. I got a comic on the a common comic. Hey, you guys are having way better luck than me. That's crazy. Congrats. I think VeVe was like, okay, this kid can't get any more collectibles. So they probably blocked the whatever the scan so that I'm just not able to get them. It's gonna be interesting to see what these prices are. I think definitely. Really, your Dragon Girl dumped. What's the prices on them? I think it's gonna do well long term. Nah, struck out on paintings. Struck out on paintings. You need to check out Xanadu on YouTube. What he's doing is so hyped for the future of metaverses. Xanadu. All right, yeah, I'll check that out for sure. How much did you pay? Why do you think the Donnie is so expensive? So I think the Donnie is so expensive because there's only 150 of them, and there's a bunch of people who have a lot of Donnies, like a handful of Donnies. They just were here early and they got them. So I think it's just really easy to set the floor when there's only a few of them. And the thing about that is, it's season one, so I think season one's gonna be iconic. But it's Donnie. How popular, how much demand is there gonna be? Yes, it's really limited. We also have to look at the demand. So I think it will be an extremely valuable collectible because it's so limited. But I would personally rather have something that has so much more demand. Like I think there's a far more people who would pay 100K for a Walt Disney, the Walt Disney statue, as opposed to a Donnie. No matter how many editions there are. I mean, when there's comparing 150 to 4,000 may sound like a huge difference, and it is a big difference. But when you think about 10 million people, 5 million people, and then how many people are fans of Disney compared to how many people are fans of Donnie, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where it goes in the future. That's why I think Donnie's expensive. I flipped a lot, man. I flipped so many collectibles. If you watch the beginning of the stream, I talked about it for a little bit, but I'll talk about it again real quick. I sold a bunch of duplicate Harley Quinn FAs, Joker FAs, which kill me because those are my babies. You guys know, I think they're going to be over $1,000. I kept two of them, so I still have two of each, luckily. I kept my Todds. I sold all my duplicate Kripkins. I sold all my duplicate Unicornos. Man, that killed me. I think they're going to be a lot too. Pretty limited season one collectibles. But I just figured, the importance of Tokidoki and Kripkins versus doing what you can to get the Walt Disney. I had to do it. And then I could have been okay, without selling any of my big duplicates. I could have got one Walt. But the more I kept thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I have an extra Da Vinci, right? And I just made a song about holding two Da Vinci. So that's what was really holding me back big time. I was like, oh, man. But now we have Walt Disney. And I was like, even with, Da Vinci has like 2K editions, 1,800. Walt has like double 4,000 editions, 4,333. But also has, more than 10x the fan base. And it's more than 10x the value of the company. So, I just think long term, I would be personally rather okay with two Walts and one Da Vinci. One, because it's gold, just the way it looks. It's Walt. So many things about it. So I was okay with that decision at the end of the day. Pineapple. Wow, I'm really far back. Let's go. I mean, exit price and economy is like an oxymoron. There is no such thing. Once you're in, you don't get out. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously though, I don't think there's a reason to have an exit plan because they're building for long term. They're not building to, pump up in a year or two and then go away. I mean, that would be like anybody who's invested in Amazon to sell their exit after like a couple years. Now, I think it'd be smart to probably take profits along the way, trim off the top, take profits when you need to. But I think this is something that's going to be so big for so long. I don't think you should sell your entire position. We got Guala Guala fun in the chat again. So many new users. Exactly, Claire. I agree. I agree. I mean, we've heard people talk about all the time, you guys are going to be disappointed. Todd McFarlane's not going to sell out. There's too many editions. You guys are going to be disappointed. Todd McFarlane's not going to be over $300. There's too many editions. You guys are going to be disappointed. It's never going to go over $800. There's too many editions. I mean, we just keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again. So I wouldn't listen to that, FUD. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, see if I see anything that I haven't seen yet. I got Wall for 2.9K. And then 3.4. So that was a lot for me. What is Donnie? Exactly. Donnie is a pony from the Powerpuff Girls. I mean, I wouldn't call anyone that, but here's the thing. People don't realize how much more valuable digital is. Just think of a digital store compared to a physical store example. I mean, perfect example. You ready? A physical store is amazing, if you're able to open one up. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, shout out to everybody who's able to open up a physical store. That's a big achievement in itself. But just here's the difference between a digital store and a physical one. Physical store, is open probably 5 days a week for maybe 8 to 10 hours a day, right? And all the people around that location can go to at those times. Now, when you open up the same thing but a digital store, it's open up 24/7, 7 days a week, and now everybody in the entire world who's a fan can go there at any time they choose to and have the convenience. And that just alone is a complete difference. Walt's floor last time I checked was at like 4.9K. Oh, it was like 4.9, I think. I do. I have a secret rare Spider-Man too. I have a secret rare Spider-Man. I have a secret rare Captain America. It don't feel real sometimes. These are some of my biggest collectibles in case you guys want to see. I don't usually do this, so everybody's just asking me, so I won't do this very often. So you get a sneak peek here in my collection. Because my whole goal in this, right, is to create like a big museum. From day one, you guys will be able to see eventually at some point because it's all on the blockchain. It's all on the social media aspect and some of my first showrooms. But in March, my whole goal was to create some kind of digital, amazing museum to where I can eventually charge people a little bit of money, not even much, maybe anywhere from like a gem to 5 gems. As it grows, even more, maybe 10 gems eventually at some point. But just to come in and be able to view the entire museum. I mean, this is going to be like a 200,000, eventually $1 million showroom. So there's people that pay real money to go to a physical wax museum and go look at that. So I just want to create a digital version of that. I have a secret rare Captain America, secret rare Ultraman, secret rare Dragon Girl all gold, secret rare Spider-Man. That's my favorite one. Secret rare Hoover Labbit. I was about to sell that one, but I was like, VeVe team gave that one to me. I'm keeping that one. 2 Nightwing I still have, which is big, I think. I have the Snorkin Labbit. I have the Lady Death. The 2 Waltz is just, that's one of my biggest plays right there. Yeah, 4.5 sounds about right. I think 4.5 is what I saw, maybe 4.8 is what I think the highest I saw it at, and then went back down to maybe 4.5. it could retrace to maybe like 4.3, I think 4.2. But I think the people who, because most people don't have the gems right now, dude. That's a lot of money. So the fact that it started out this high, I mean, Da Vinci started out at like 200 and it climbed all the way up there. And it took a lot of buying power from one person. That's the difference with this. This is being bought by a whole bunch of different people because Disney is a $200 billion brand. Like, there's just levels. And shout out to APB Bulldogs, man. APB Bulldogs and Crypto Khaki. The Todd Fowler, man, I appreciate you big time. And APB, because you guys really, you guys know how tough it was for me to part ways. I'm too emotional with my collectibles. I get too attached. And so even if it's like something that's not as valuable, I mean, I made songs about it, so I felt emotionally attached to them, but I had to realize, these are investments too. I mean, I don't get all these collectibles just for the investments. I get it because I love it. I'm a big fan of the brands, etc. But it's also nice to know that they could appreciate their value as well. And so you guys really buckled down and really convinced me that, Disney is just different. And it's so true. Yeah, 1.9 is an absolute steal. Like, there's going to be different Holy Grails, right? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be another Holy Grail that comes, and I'm going to probably try to have to sell some duplicates to try to get that one as well. But even if this one temporarily dips, I think that would be a buying opportunity for the people that have gems. If I have the gems, I would get a third one of this one because this is Walt Disney. Maybe it might be smarter to get more homers or more return on investment wise, more of the cheaper ones at this point. But I think that's what I would do. Instead of maybe getting a third Walt, maybe I would stack up on duplicates of the other gold ones, maybe. But it's tough. I just got to 52 sets, man. 52 sets. And I have some duplicate sets too. Like, with duplicate sets, I have 53, 54, 55. I may be at like 56 with duplicate sets. It's close. But I mean, original sets, though, I have 52 right now. Exactly. I don't know what Rubicon is, but he says VeVe has crossed the Rubicon. It will be an NFT empire. Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, all in one. Absolutely. Absolutely. And shout out to you, Ed, if you've been here for some of our early live streams, like 3 a.m, for 3 hours. Like, this is stuff that I've been saying. I've been saying VeVe is the Amazon before Amazon was selling books. Like, this is going to be legendary. Like, there's Instagram, Twitter, there's going to be VeVe. Like, it's going to be iconic, y'all. I really believe it. And it's only beginning. Wait till they have the VeVe verse. People are they're rushing home from work, rushing home from school, putting on their sleek, frictionless glasses, going to Disney World in the VeVe verse, and then you probably hop out of that portal, go to the metaverse, and bring your friend. Like, that's how I envision that whole world. So that's not even here yet. That's gonna be a little bit of ways down the road. So these are just the early beginnings. I'm definitely gonna try to get one of those too, Claire. Definitely. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna open up a new one. I think I am gonna open up a new stream. I'm just trying to get to some of these comments. I don't think that's actually coming, but I'm not positive. How we doing, JNE? Yeah, so I am invested in Omi as well. I do have Omi tokens. I have a pretty decent sized bag. I would say it's a good amount. I'm used to talking to like Taps and Randy and all the people in the top echelon who have like tons and tons of million of Omi, but I'm lucky to say I'm an Omi millionaire at least. I'm fortunate to be able to say that. So I do have an Omi bag as well. Wow, that is so clutch. The fact that you got 2 on the drop, Tony, yo, congrats to you, bro. That's huge. Let's go. Shout out to Mama Claire. Let's go. Claire's a big person in the community. She's always been here from day one. Claire has believed in VeVe just like me, the entire time. and she's known to take the most iconic pictures ever. And she's from Wales, so the scenery is amazing. And so follow her on Twitter if you guys aren't following Claire already. Yes, sir. Appreciate you stopping in, Kelvin. Big time. Big time. See you on the next drop. I'm going to sign off and open up another one in a little bit. So this is the one that we got. Let's see. Let me try to find it. So in an hour and 32 minutes, I'll hop back on in an hour, guys. But that's the drop. We got, these are the ones coming up. Now, if I can get a gold one of these, I'll keep it. I would keep it. I think they look awesome. We got the OG Devil Bunny in red. OG Devil Bunny. The color one is the ultra rare. The red one is the common. The gold is actually the rare one. Wow, okay. The black one's the uncommon. Wow, see, I like, now this is interesting. I actually like the common, the red one, a lot. I like the uncommon a lot, the black one. I love the rare one, the gold one. And I'm not a big fan of the color of the ultra rare one. So, see, that's why VeVe's so smart in what they do, because, all right, so if it was, you know, if I'm new, I'm trying to get this set, my instincts, you know, aesthetic-wise, I would go for all of them besides the ultra rare. And they know that, and that's why they did that. But then to complete the set, people are going to get the ultra rare because it's the most limited. There's only 666 of them. So no matter what the ultra rare looked like, because there's only 666 of them, it's going to have value to it. So they made it the, you know, probably the least aesthetically pleasing, popular wise. I mean, some people are going to like it the most. So they're geniuses because of that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty connected to. I have pretty good connection. How much just floor price estimate? I really don't know. I have no idea how these Decon drops are going to be. I haven't got any, and I'm really interested. The only ones I got are the first three of the first set. Because I figured if I get any of these, I just want the first ones of the Decon, Designer Con. And then if I get anything on the drop on any other ones, I'll be happy with. But so I only got three, the common, uncommon, and the rare of the first Decon set. But I didn't get them on the drop. Yeah, so this one, I mean, he's replying to Guala Guala again. I mean, it's different. I mean, just because something has low mint doesn't mean it's going to be the most valuable thing. I mean, low mints definitely help the case because it increases that scarcity. But for example, like look at Todd, there's 7,500 of them. You know, Joe M has, you know, less than half of that. But because of the significance of Todd's the first appearance, Todd's the first NFT. Sometimes the significance of something outweighs the edition run. And I agree. There's definitely gonna be other things that drop. Imagine if they drop Pokemon, right? Like, what would that do to the market? How many people are gonna try to get Pikachu, right? I'm not saying they have Pokemon, of course. I'm just saying, you know, imagine if they have a crazy, you know, think of the craziest brand in the world. I mean, they have Disney, so I mean that covers ESPN Plus, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what people said when Todd wasn't selling out of the store. They said it's not going to sell out. There's too many editions. Then Todd was $300 for months, and people said, you know, it's not valuable. There's 300 of them. Then it got to 800, and people said it'll never get past 1,000 though. And now it's 1.4, and people are saying, well, it's not valuable. So it's just one of those things where, you know, yeah, I mean, you can believe it. You can believe the FUD if you want, but we see what happens time after time again as time goes on, month after month. What happens to all these prices, right? I mean, imagine if you got all these collectibles at retail. I mean, what are the prices at right now? Exactly. I mean, this is the OG aspect right here. I mean, And really, this is why experience pays it's so important, because a lot of newcomers, they see the market and they say these are the prices, etc. But the OGs, I mean, shout out to the Gale, man. OGs, we know that just because something's low in the market, that does not mean it's not valuable. So you kind of have to figure out those moments in that exact time, and that's the hard part, because it's psychology. When things are cheap and no one's buying it, it's not attractive. But as soon as, it starts skyrocketing in price, it starts selling out, everybody wants it then. So I believe it too. I mean, if you don't think Todd's going to go up from here, then I just think you don't have the right belief in VeVe. Because if you believe in VeVe, then I think you would believe in the first VeVe NFT. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. We were all super fortunate. Absolutely. Absolutely. So true. Wish I knew how to buy Omi. So this is how you buy Omi. I'll run it over real quick, because it's a 12-step process. It's impossible to buy Omi right now. And that's why I think it's a gold mine opportunity. Steven, you can actually DM me on Twitter, Johnny Dunn 77737s, and I'll run through the steps with you. But a quick overview on how to do it. I use Bitforex. So you can add, Litecoin or ETH to Coinbase, send it over your Bitforex account, transfer it to your spot account, buy USDT with the Litecoin or Ethereum. And then after you have USDT, you buy the OMI with USDT. Now, that may sound like rocket science if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I can definitely walk it through with you step by step. But it's a big, it's a big hassle right now. And that's the opportunity point, because once it becomes on Coinbase, on Binance, on Robinhood, I'm not guaranteeing those are going to happen, but the likelihood, I think, is pretty high. It's going to be, the ease of access is going to be everywhere. And in my opinion, that's why Dogecoin skyrocketed, because the ease of access was there, and it just took an influencer to talk about it. If an influencer talks about a token that's impossible to get, it may have some gains, but it's not going to go parabolic. If an influencer talks about a token that's easy to get, backed by 200 plus of the biggest brands in the world, Disney, Marvel, Da Vinci, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, so much more. What do you think is going to happen? Like, you can. I'm actually not positive on that right this second. I believe you can, but so you're going to be able to, once we're actually moving to Ethereum soon. So they said you're going to be able to send your OMI to your VeVe wallet, and that'll convert your OMI to the ETH blockchain like automatically. But then if you ever want to send your OMI outside of the VeVe app, you're going to have to convert it back to old way again. So, and if you don't send it to the VeVe app, there's a way you're going to be able to send it to like an exchange and convert it that way to ETH. But they'll explain all that, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Easy 79-step process to buy OMI, yeah. Yeah, I agree exactly. And you could use XLM or Doge. Doge might be a good one just because of the fees. I use Litecoin. I love Litecoin for some reason. I like Litecoin. There's like probably a couple cent fee. I mean, the other ones may be even cheaper than a couple cents, but I've always just had good trust with Litecoin. Awesome, Stephen Ho. And let me know what your Twitter name is, so I'll follow you in case, because right now I have so many DMs from people I'm not following to where it just comes up in like the accept this message. So if I see you in there, I'll try to accept it later today. Okay. And right now, Omi's not moving up because it really has no reason to move up right now. There's no real utility that you can use with Omi, but that's all coming soon. So right now, it's almost like the accumulation period, to where, this is just my thoughts and opinion. I'm looking at it as like an accumulation period right before all this utility drops, before it goes mainstream, because that's when I think people will FOMO into it. Right, exactly. Yeah, I will make a video on it probably. And Foster Hill, I think, made a great video on it too. Shout out to Foster, man. Hey, shout out to non-fungible Alex in the house. Let's go. Okay, so he said algo is fast and cheap to transfer to, so that's another good one. And this is the way I look at it, right? Punch, he always says, you know, I'm sorry, not he always says, but he says this is he said this, and this is a great example right now. Buy now while people can't. And for me, I look at it as like, how many people are going to buy into it when it's on Coinbase? How many people are going to buy into it when it's on Binance, Robinhood? I'd rather try to go through the troubles of learning when it's hard to get and buy during those opportunities. I'd probably still buy it on Coinbase, but I think it's going to go through the roof at that point. I think owning an NFT would be first before that. I think 10 cents is inevitable. See, I'm not a big fan of just shilling stuff, man. I only talk about things I really believe in and just my opinions on things. And that's why I got it. I really do believe it will go crazy. But I think all the golden moments will go crazy. So if you have any of them, I think it'll be good. And it's actually a good thing long term if the OMI token goes down because you're just going to have more and more burns. I know we all wanted to pump up right away, but this is something that's going to be here long term. So, all right, I'm going to head off for a little bit. I'll be back real soon. Again, we got Tristan Eaton dropping soon. So, an hour and 20 minutes. So, probably about exactly an hour from now, I'll hop back on stream. We'll start a new one. This weekend, this whole week, we're going to look back and be like, geez, there's so many videos, so much content. But, yeah, let's go Litecoin. But all right, guys, appreciate you so much for joining in. See you guys next time. And, you know, once again, congrats on everybody who got one today. If you guys, it's almost like the golden moments. If you guys get anything on Decon, you know, I'm using it as a way to flip, but I think it may be smart to hold on to it because I think these are going to be really valuable. How limited they all are. Like even the artwork posters will probably be all interoperable, I'm assuming. And if I just get one of these, it'll be just a great feeling. So I think they're going to be big time. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate all the support. Catch you next time. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn.